Yo, what's going on, guys? This is a jungle team 2800, 2900 MMR, and I'm pretty much just going to be going over what we do versus this Demon Hunter, Boomi, Resto Shaman, very popular team. I'm just going to be going over what I'm doing, what the entire team is doing. First thing is first, there's a Demon Eye where he can see through stealth. We're going to go up and hit that, make sure we get that. What we would want to do right here, we have nothing else to do, so we could literally purge his Earth Shield off if we could, but we get the Intimidation Stun on top of the Resto Shaman with the Rake Stun onto the Demon Hunter. We do want to PI our Feral at the start because his burst is super big. We get the kick on the clone on Super Tease, cross CC, but what I was supposed to do there was chastise him as soon as he came out, but he did get the kick and I wasn't spamming it, so I just waited the second, and then he got the roar off, so I should have just chastised instantly and walked over and feared the Boomi. So we get the stun here on both of us, dispel the Feral, and we start seeing their big damage. Super Tease pops all of his burst. We pop GS on the Hunter, pop Fey Guardians. We just really want to stay safe in this position. We don't want to press too much, so we press high. He gets cloned, we just MD it because why not? We didn't have to at all, but we want to keep as high as possible, and without pressing too much. We don't want to have to press, wall, bark skin, everything in the game, Aegis. So we're just doing fine here living, and our next go is coming up, so we're going to bash the we actually already bashed, it looks like. So we get the trap, and then we have a binding shot onto the Demon Hunter and the Boomi. I was not ready again. That was not the best play by me both times on this, but this is what I wanted to point out as well. While we're on the run, the Boomi starts popping more damage. He has Star Surges ready to go. He pops his Fury, I don't even know what it's called, the big beam on top of me. I know that there's nothing I can really do. I can fade. Well, I don't really need to fade right now. And everybody else is taking damage. The Boomi's going to go me, starts Star Surging me. So what I do is I instantly use Aegis. It's really good to use Aegis. You don't want to not use it in the game. If you can use it, because it... Right now, I'd probably be at 50% health from the Star Surge alone. You would have probably thrown another one at me, and I would have been in a lot of trouble. Probably would have faded and Aegis. I was completely fine though, but we do end up taking down the Demon Hunter. Alright, so this is something I was trying out, and it was actually working versus these rock teams. Is I was taking another Soul Bind, and I was going Focused Mending. And then I was also going Cardinal Mending as the talent, because we were struggling on mana versus this team because it just lasted so long. Instead of the GS one where you get an extra like 30% healing on it, we're actually just going Cardinal Mending. So we're doing like 150% extra healing with Prayer Mending, and it's always our top healing. Renew is always with it, second top healing. And it's just pretty much we don't have to use any mana throughout the entire game. I'm just going to be showing this game as well. This is a pretty popular comp. We face this one a lot. So what we're pretty much doing is we're killing the Mage, and as the Priest we are going to be covering the Warlock. We're going to be chastising the Warlock and fearing him, and purging the Mage as much as possible because we can't want to get altar, but obviously we can't get altar all the time. We did get altar actually right there with the Hunter's purge. You got lucky there. So we see Deathborn, we see all of his cooldowns. Don't even know why we see them because we are on the other side of the map. Not on the other side of the map, we are on the other side of the pillar, this tiny pillar, and we're just kind of running. We did pop Aegis right here. We want to be as safe as possible because we do see they are definitely getting on me. Pop GS. We don't want to die from something like that. It's just we have to survive this entire minute go from the Frost Mage, the Deathborn, and then we can really push back out there and get a go again. We can definitely push out there and get a go, but we don't want to stay out there and constantly do damage. Well, that is. It's not as scary since they did nerf their trinkets recently, so they can't play that, so we can't interrupt them on all their cast. But like we said, we chastise the Warlock, start spam spell stealing the Frost Mage. So we actually spell stole the Frost Mage and like 2 or 3 times before he popped Alter, and then I couldn't get a spell steal, but my hunter only has 1 spell steal every 10 seconds and he actually got it again. So it's always really nice to just spell steal. We actually walk into that Ring of Frost and death it, so we put ourselves on polymorph DR. We get a Cyclone onto the Warlock, their priest fades. We have bash into a trap. We don't have chastise for the lock. It's fine, we're getting CC'd like crazy anyways. We're just gonna fade for no reason, no idea why we faded. We have the interrupt from the lock out of the way. Extremely annoying interrupt. So we're sitting back here and we have nothing else to do, so we're just gonna farm back chastise. So whenever we have our go, we have chastise to go with it. Because now we have our stun, we chastise this guy, we just start spam stealing the mage, and we fear the Warlock. This is what is working out for me, at least. Not saying you have to do this, you might want to fear the priest, but you know, if this comp strat is not working out, then you might want to fear the priest for the longer CC chain. But at the same time, if you don't cover the lock, then he can just fear your DPS. So it's kind of, you know, you want to be able to get a clean go and get as much damage as possible, and you should have enough damage to at least get 1 kind of cooldown or something. In this scenario, it gets kind of sketchy because the fear pathing just takes me across the map, but I do blink back in, get some heals, get some prayer mendings jumping out. Well, the thing I love about this setup is prayer mending literally heals like 15 to 20% every time it ticks. And it's on a 10-second cooldown and has 5 charges, so, and it also relieves renew on your target with a chance. Also, we get that chastise fear and we're just sitting there spamming. Not only are we getting random things off, so whenever Alter comes up we can get it, we're also getting things like shield off. So he has Alter again, and my hunter gets it again because I've been taking off everything that the mage has, and we do get the kill right there. Well, and I'll show the leaderboard. 28-44 is what we're at. Some jungle versus jungle, I think 2700 something. We see the hunter pop out and we open on the hunter. We didn't have to. We could have just 2v2'd it if we wanted to, because we actually don't get anything in the opener on these guys. We do get the hunter pretty low, but we don't really get anything. He did a holy word. We holy worded his intimidation, but he has trank shot. He traps us. We get the intimidation stun. We get the Fey Guardians on our druid with wall and pet sack. He's completely fine. I don't have to trinket this, don't have to GS or anything. We get trinket from the Pharaoh and his wall. We get intimidation stun trap onto the holy priest of theirs. They have thorns on their guy. We're pretty much just surviving until the next go. Our guy pops Spark Skin. Really did not need to pop that. A good symbol for him to get it back, but we just fear the hunter since he's way out of line of this guy. Now we get a stun onto their Pharaoh with a full bash, half trap. Actually, we get the priest trinket and his GS. We are ahead. We are way ahead right at this point. We still have GS, and even right here, our Pharaoh gets stunned. He's really not in any trouble. They don't have interrupt, they don't have trap, they don't have anything. We want to hold on to GS as long as possible if we can. So we just chastise the hunter, Apotheosis to get Serenity charges. Get him again. Oh, now our Pharaoh is pretty low. We GS him while we are stunned before we get trapped. We tell him that because he's getting healed by like 70 to 80% increased on any of his healing, and he can use that to heal into himself. We get the intimidation stun onto the priest and we kill the Pharaoh before we even get the trap off. So that's pretty much what we're doing, what is working for us. Alrighty, some jungle versus some DK Outlaw Rogue. Very high pressure comp. We give a PI onto our Pharaoh. He opens up. You get a Holy Word on their priest. We're going to get over there, take it off with Chastise because we do not have time to get it off with Purges because we get so unlucky. So we just Chastise, stun, trap him. Now we're just kind of pumping the DK did IBF our stun. So now we're just sitting here. They pop a lot of their cooldowns. The rogue has cooldowns going. The DK has cooldowns going. We're in a little bit of trouble. We get silenced and we just Aegis. And we have our Feral healing us on the side, which helps us a whole lot. You need a good Feral. Really makes a difference in jungle. That's pretty much what carries the team. And it really makes a difference. Our hunter actually gets kidneyed across the map with a resonator bomb, so we just grip him out of that real quick. And then we're just bashing onto the priest into a trap, and we're continuing to hit the DK. We want to get cross CC on the rogue if we can, because they are very good at peeling. Outlaw is just very good at literally everything right now. We have Fey Guardians out right now, and then we're getting the DK super low. We did not have death for that. Now we got the holy word with the Trink darts. We stun the priest. The rogue was trying to eat it. We chastise him, and we're just going to fear. We actually see the priest trinket this, and then we go for the fear, but he does soul shape it. Unfortunate, but we did get the trinket. We are in a perfect position. We all have trinkets except for the hunter, and I have life grip, so I can trinket life grip if he gets in a sketchy situation, and have GS coming up 5 seconds. Have apotheosis still, so we get a blind. We get trinket and life grip the kidney. While druid said to chastise, we get the bash onto the priest here with a trap, and we're just training the DK, which does have GS on him, so he's doing a lot of healing every time he death strikes. It's going up like 30%, 40% health. We get the full cyclone on the priest and the fear on the rogue. We're really only going for the fear on the rogue there, but since they were stacked so well, we went for it on both, but we did not get it from the other guy. But we get Holy Ward. Even if we did not get the kill right here, we got Holy Ward from just casting that MC, so we don't have to deal with it in the future. Super good there, but we do MC him for 4 seconds again, and then after that breaks, we do get the stun on him, so it was pretty much done for them.